I don't want you to anyway.
I know it.
They got my face right here with that red light on.
All right, here we go. No, here we go now. Okay, now, Brother Melvin, tell us what you got going here.
We're trying to skate a little bit. We loaded up a busload of kids from Mount Comfort Baptist Church, and we've come down to see if we can have a little fun and recreation without maybe breaking a leg. I hope so anyway.
All right, I know you're new to the county. Why don't you tell the people who you are and where you're from and how you got to be where you are?
I'm originally from over around Batesville, really about halfway between Water Valley and Batesville. Born and raised in Panola County. Went to school at South Panola High School in Batesville. Went to college at Clark College in Newton, Mississippi, and Northwest Junior College. I have been preaching for a little better than 13 years. I've pastored churches in Lafayette County and in Quitman County. The Lord brought me over here. I've always tried to serve Him and go where He led, and He led me to Calhoun County, and we are just thoroughly enjoying the people. We've got some fantastic people out at Mount Comfort. We thank the Lord for them, and we just are looking forward to laboring in His church there in Calhoun County.
All right, it's good to meet you. I know a lot of the people around maybe have seen you around the county so far. Now maybe they'll know who they're looking at when they see you around.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting those that I haven't already met, and would invite anyone who does not have a regular place of worship to come and worship with us in Mount Comfort. I try to tell everybody to come and at least hear me one time, and before they make up their mind. You know, appearances are deceiving, and I'd love an opportunity to preach to them, and we're just there ready to serve, ready to help in any way we can at Mount Comfort.
Okay, we're going to let you get back out here on the skating floor a little bit longer there. You're doing mighty good there a while ago, and get back at it. Thank you for talking to us, and we'll look forward to a lot more from you. This is Gene Redwine for TV7.
Gene, you asked about absentee ballots and voting absentee ballots. We have an application for an absentee ballot, and this application has to be filled out by the applicant or the qualified elector. And the application involves several questions that you need to answer. You need to say aye and state your name. A duly qualified registered person in the precinct, and you put your precinct in that blank. And in the county, and of course that would be Calhoun County, state of Mississippi. And then you want to make an application for your absentee ballot, you have to be, in order to qualify for an absentee ballot, you have to be an enlisted or a commissioned member, or male or female, of the United States Armed Forces. You need to be a member of the Merchant Marines or American Red Cross, and or the dependent or spouse thereof. Disabled war veteran who is a patient at any hospital and a citizen of Mississippi, or the spouse or dependent of such veteran. A civilian attached to and serving outside the United States with any branch of armed forces. A citizen of Mississippi temporarily residing outside the territorial limits of the United States and of the District of Columbia. Or if you're engaged in an employee engaged in interstate transportation. A student or a teacher or administrator or a spouse or dependent of a student, teacher, or administrator. Or if you are an employee engaged in offshore employment, or an employee on a vessel or other watercraft. And this is the one that affects most of the people that we have that applies for an absentee ballot. I am an employee, businessman, professional, tradesman, or worker required to be over 50 miles away from the county of my residence on election day due to my employment, or spouse or dependent of such person. And then we have I am physically incapacitated, and we have quite a few people who do fit that category. I am a member of a congressional delegation, or a spouse or dependent, or a member of the congressional delegation. And then you say, I hereby make application for official ballot or ballots to be voted by me at the election to be held in Calhoun County on August 2nd. And if you want a second primary ballot, you say on August the 2nd and August the 23rd, which will be the second primary. And then if you want the ballot sent to you, we have to have an address. And it says the following address, so you write your address in. Now, if you come in the office to vote an absentee ballot, we underline deliver same in person, and you vote the ballot here in the office. Now, we have bold black print on the bottom of this application, and I always remind everybody to be sure and read this bold black print because it's very, very important. And it says that I realize that I can be fined up to $5,000 and sentenced up to 5 years in the penitentiary for making false statement in this application and for selling my vote and violating the Mississippi absentee voter law. Now, it's important that we vote, but it's also very important that we answer these questions and we answer them truthfully, because I think that this paragraph pretty well sets out what can happen to you if you answer and somebody does want to contest it, or somebody challenges that person's ballot. And then it says, we have bold black print here, says do not sign without reading. And we always urge the people to be sure and read the bold black print and make sure that they have answered the application to the best of their ability and that they are qualified to vote an absentee ballot. In witness whereof I hereunto set my hand and seal this, and you put the day, and the absent elector signs it, and then we witness their signature. Or if somebody's making an application for an absentee ballot outside the office, they sign it before a notary. And the absentee ballots can be voted in the office anytime between now and 5 o'clock on July the 29th. That's the last day that we can vote an absentee ballot in the office. Now, on August 1st, we go to the post office at 12 o'clock. And any ballots that is in the post office at 12 o'clock on August 1, we put them in the box. Any ballots that come in after that time, we do not count them.
All right, a person I wanted to touch on just a second. I believe you mentioned it. I'm sure you did in your statements there. But a person who has moved, there is a certain length of time that they can have been moved and still be eligible for absentee balloting. Is that right?
If they have moved out of the county because of their work and so on, yes, they are qualified to vote an absentee ballot.
All right, what kind of time frame since they've moved? A month, 2 months, or is there any length of time that they can have been moved and still be eligible to vote absentee ballot?
30 days.
30 days, okay. I've had some people that have been curious about that. I wanted to touch on that just briefly. Okay, then you'll be here the 29th until 5 o'clock. That's on Saturday, right?
Saturday until 5 o'clock. We'll open at 8 and stay here until 5 for people who want to vote absentee ballots. That's all the business that we will transact in the office that day is absentee ballots.
One other thing, on a related subject, as far as re-registering, the people that have not re-registered can do so now for the later primary or later votes, can they not?
Anyone registering to vote now, their name will not appear on the poll book. And in this election, the August primary election, the August 2nd primary and August 23rd is a continuation. So anybody that is not qualified to vote in the first election will not be qualified to vote in the second primary. But they will, if they come in and register now, they will be qualified to vote in the November election. That is the general election.
Okay, and there won't be a Republican primary, is that right?
No, we won't have a Republican primary. Now, we did have some Republicans qualified for state offices, but we did not have any Republicans who qualified in the county, so we won't have a Republican primary election. If we have some people who want to qualify as independents, they will have until, I believe it's September 9th to qualify as an independent and be on the November ballot.
Okay, and we, of course, want to encourage everybody to come on out and do that if they've not already done it. And I want to thank you for talking to us, and if anyone has any information, I assume they can contact you here at the circuit clerk's office if they have any questions they'd like to ask.
Yeah. And we'd also like to mention the envelope that this absentee ballot goes in. Once this ballot has been voted, and the ballot will be of a different color. It's not the same color as our ballots that we vote at the boxes. We have an absentee ballot is of a different, same paper but a different color. And on the back of this envelope, it has State of Mississippi, County of Calhoun, and then the elector's name goes on the first line, and then it's a place for the voter to sign on down. We encourage people, a lot of people try to be real neat with this, and they want to write their name and then seal the envelope. But we encourage them to seal the envelope right across it, and then if they voted outside the office, it has to be notarized and mailed back. Mail back to us, mind you. Don't bring it back, mail it back. Only the circuit clerk can go out and let people vote and bring their ballots back. Any other ballots that are absentee ballots have to be mailed back. And that's the law.
That's a big thing. It is the law, and the statement you made a little while ago about the penalties, people really need to be sure and remember that.
That's right.
We want to encourage them to do that. Okay, I want to thank you for talking to us, and hope we'll get a lot of people registered up here, and looking forward to some
We're
real...
looking forward to a big election this time. We think it's going to be real big. I think we're going to have a good turnout because we don't have as many people who are registered to vote as we have had before, but I think we'll have a better percentage turnout this time than we've had in probably in the history of Calhoun County voting, maybe.
Well, that
We've got a
sounds
good
good.
list of candidates from to pick from, so I don't see why people don't come out and vote for them, do you?
Not at all. And we'll be looking for you at the political rally here in
Oh,
town,
we'll be
coming
there.
up, check them all out.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you for talking to us from the Calhoun County Courthouse in Pittsburgh. This is Gene Redwine for TV7 News. Doing the course. Look up. This could be your lucky day.
Hi, I'm Tracy Lowry, number 21 for the Houston Top Reds. Stay tuned for Channel 7 Sports and the best high school sports coverage. You need to rewrite that.
Let's see. What can we do here to make you? You say it in your own words. How would you like to say it?
Stay tuned for Channel 7 Sports.
We got to see what it is. We're the only TV station that covers high school ball games in the whole state. We want to promote that a little bit. See, that's what I'm getting at. Now, if it'll be best, you can leave this sports out right here. It says, stay tuned to Channel 7 for the best in high school sports. You can even leave off coverage.
That'll do, fine. Leave that off, too.
Leave coverage off.
And that, too.
And leave sports off. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for the best in high school sports.
That's easy.
For the best in high school sports, stay tuned to Channel 7.
No. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for the best in high school sports.
They say. This is going to be good.
I ain't my show, man.
Wait.
This is good.
That's okay. Later, Jeffrey.
Hi, I'm Tracy Lowry, number 21 for the Houston Top Reds. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for the best in high school sports.
That's a great.
Was that wrong?
Yeah, you got it.
Word for
Come on,
word.
look at it.
Okay.
What's in my phone?
If we didn't start talking too fast, what
Before it fades out.
was I going to say? Might as well sit down and do it over.
Do it again.
I said one.
Be sure and wait like I'll give you some kind of motion.
Did I say
before we
something?
anything.
Was it me that said something?
I think it was the biggest part of it. It's nothing to worry about. We can do it over though. Turn that back towards you just a little bit. There you go.
A little bit, Tracy.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Hi, I'm Tracy Lowry, number 21 for the Houston Top Reds. Stay tuned for
One more time with feeling.
Stay tuned for what?
Channel 7 for the best in sports.
Stay tuned for who knows what.
Stay tuned to Channel 7 for the best in high school sports.
Okay, it's gonna be good this time. I look at it.
Hi, I'm Tracy Lowry, number 21 for the Houston Top Reds. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for the best in high school sports. Don't mess up my hair.
ears, you know. Little bitty ears.
I got 2 years. That was mine.
Now then, you can stick that in wherever it's comfortable.
I thought you had it in there. I was like, God,
No,
Can't get to there.
you got it.
Whoa.
You got it. Bring it around and in. Something similar to that.
I lost control.
Can you get it?
Let me see my hair, mister.
Oh no, your hair looks good. Okay.
Can't just got your phone on.
What is it you're going to talk about?
There it goes.
Pull it straight down behind your ear.
Now I got it.
You got just a...
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you too. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? What do you mean?
I don't hear nobody.
That's probably because my
Ooh, there
microphone's
goes.
not up there. How about now? Can you hear me? Joe, why can't she hear me?
I can't hear you.
I don't think my mic's on, Joe. Well, she's got the other one. Let me get it then. That's better already. Well, it's accusing me. I'll not breathe anymore. Now can you hear me? Sure you can.
Hello, Tracy.
You know, you got to hear me now because I hear me.
Well, I don't.
Where's Bozo?
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Bozo?
Who was Bozo?
Never mind, it's Rick's dog.
You know, do you know any information about your ball team, what your record is? What's your
Yeah.
record?
15 and 2.
15 and 2.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm positive.
All right, who do you play next?
In the bi-county tournament, I don't know.
Oh, where do you play next then?
Hug.
In the bi-county?
Mm-hmm.
You say in Holliker. I'll ask you, when is that? Would you unlock that door, please?
Sure. Coming.
Hey, now.
I got something, thank you.
The TV phone is ringing. Is somebody answering?
I'll get it.
Somebody answer that phone.
Please answer.
Somebody else got it. What are you doing in here?
Excuse me, shut up.
Okay.
Hey? Just correction for tonight, please.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I'm
Dolly and Johnny Lee.
Shut up, Joe.
Okay.
Hey, we did this yesterday. What's the correction?
What's the correction?
You said Johnny Thornton yesterday.
Did I?
Well, they said you did.
That's possible.
Don't do it again.
I'll not do it again. Armstrong. Okay. Oh, my ear. Okay. Oh, my Lord. I'll do the news with him when we get through. Hi, Ho. His name is not Ho. What is your name? Tracy Joe? Okay. Is your tie straight? Okay. She's ready. Okay. Roll that broadcast, Jeffrey. That'll be good. This is going to be fun. Ready to do this again someday.
Any better, Jeff?
Nothing.
Yeah, I like what's on one side.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Not yours.
Oh.
Anytime you're ready, Jeff.
All right. Okay, we're still trying to keep up with the area basketball action. Not anything much happening right now due to the holidays, but a lot of good stuff coming up. With me this afternoon is who?
Tracy Lowry.
And Tracy, you're with the who?
Houston Topperettes.
Okay, I knew that, but I'll let Tracy tell you anyway. Okay, Tracy, when do y'all play next?
Next Friday.
Okay, that'll be in the tournament. What tournament was that in?
Hucker, bi-county.
And this when?
Next week,
Next week.
5th through the 8th.
Okay, the 5th through the 8th. Y'all got a pretty good ball club over at Houston this year, I believe, haven't
Yeah, pretty good.
you? What's your record now?
15 and 2.
I'd say that's pretty good. Who's the coach over there, your coach?
Lanny Gooch.
Lanny Gooch. All right, is there anything you'd like to say to the people out there listening, encourage them to come to the ball games or anything?
They should come.
Let's do that over.
I don't know. Tell me what I just
Oh, it's
said.
okay. I really should have told you that. I didn't.
No, man, they won't take good balls.
No, what?
No,
you
I don't
just,
want to brag.
No, you just encourage them to come out to the ball game, and support the teams. I mean, I appreciate you, the support and such things.
Okay. What do I need to be looking when I say all this stuff? Not to him.
No, the ideal thing that you're supposed to do is when you're talking, you're supposed to look at the camera. When you're listening, you're supposed to look at whoever's talking. Now, that's strange, I know, but that's the way it's really supposed to be.
Whatever you say.
Okay. I don't do it myself, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I don't want to pull my head up. Let me get tickled.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. When I come on to introduce yourself, you say who you are. Tracy Lowry with the Houston Topperettes. You don't have to tell them you're number 21 if you don't want to. We'll tell them that when we get to the ball game. Okay, we're still trying to keep you posted on the basketball action in the area. Not a whole lot happening right now due to the holidays, but we do have a lot of good action coming up for you in the very near future. I've got one of the area players with me today, one of the more popular ones, and we'll let her introduce herself to you.
Tracy Lowry. I play for... What are you doing?
Hey, was that bad?
Yeah, what am I supposed to say?
You said, I'm Tracy Lowry with the Houston Top Reds. That's what you remember. What you remember when
That's the same thing you said when you're doing
My little thing's going away.
mine too, but that's okay.
I was going to do it for laughs.
This is serious business.
Y'all are good, I'm telling you.
Maybe we ought to get them a Mexican. Oh, what's the matter? What's happening to Tracy? Tell me about it.
You heard that right there.
Okay, we're going to do it half right this time.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Are you ready, Jeff?
Touch go back to this.
Surely up your body if you want to.
What?
Not a whole lot going on in area.
Strong fade.
Fade out and then fade back in, Jeff. Yeah, I know, but we wasn't set.
Why not?
Because
What's your problem, G? Okay, are you ready?
okay, we're still trying to keep you posted on basketball action coming up in the near future. Not a lot happening right now due to the holidays, but we do have a lot of good action coming up. And we've got one of the area basketball players with us this afternoon. I'll let her introduce herself to you.
Tracy Lowry from the Houston Top Reds.
Okay, Tracy, when do you play next?
In the Bi-County tournament, the 5th through the 8th.
Where will that tournament be?
Huck.
Okay, want to encourage everybody to come on out to you games there. What is your record now, your team?
15-2.
15-2, that's real good. I believe you told me earlier who your coach was. Who was that?
Lanny Gooch.
Is he a pretty good coach?
Pretty good.
Okay. Okay, Tracy, is there anything you'd like to say to the basketball fans, people watching?
I'd just like to encourage everybody to come out and watch us.
Okay, there you have it from one of the Houston Topperettes, Miss Tracy Lowry. And we want to encourage you to come on out to the tournament next week. We'll try to cover as much of it as we can for you, keep you posted on the scores and the rest of it. This is Gene Redwine, Channel 7 Sports.
Yeah, that'll be good. That was good.
All right, let's go look at it. Hey.